Alright, so in this one, I'll be showing the 9.8 meters per second square acceleration, but only squaring the seconds, and then showing how ridiculous that acceleration is regardless. So 9.8 meters per second squared. So again, we'll focus on the first second, the second, and third second. So in the first second, it's 9.8 meters traveled. That's not questionable, I guess, from the claim in a vacuum, which equals 32 feet in first second, which equals 21.9 miles per hour in the first second. Now, if we square the seconds, we're looking at 39.8.2 meters in the second, which still equals 128 feet traveled in the second, which equals, you would have to be going a speed of 87 miles per hour in the first 2 seconds. So think about that kind of force. Regardless, still faster than a Tesla, which is 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. This is 0 to 83 miles per hour in 2 seconds. That's still a huge acceleration, and we haven't even got to the third second. So third second, squaring off the second, we're looking at 88 meters traveled in the third second, which equals 280 feet traveled in the third second, which means it will have to accelerate from 87 miles per hour to 190 miles per hour. I mean, a force that can accelerate objects 87 miles an hour in 2 seconds, it's pretty ridiculous regardless, yet alone 190 mile an hour in 3 seconds. So apparently when you release an object in free fall, there's a force trying to accelerate it to 190 miles per hour in the first 3 seconds. That is crazy. Not only should water and air displace in a bottle during free fall if this much force was being applied to it, the accelerometers in free fall should also be displaying this much acceleration or force being applied, and they don't. Another thing to note, when people claim that all objects accelerate down at 9.8 meters per second squared at the same rate in a vacuum, you're basically claiming that this imaginary magical force can split itself and apply various amounts of pressure to various objects to make them accelerate at the same rate. So we'll put that into perspective. So if we have a ball, or an object for that matter, that weighs 5 pounds, and then we have another object that was twice that weight, that weighed 10 pounds, and we had another object that was twice that weight, that was 20 pounds. People are trying to claim that there's this force that's trying to, accelerate all these objects down. That's going 190 miles per hour in the first 3 seconds. In 3 seconds, think about that kind of force and acceleration, 190 miles an hour in 3 seconds. Not only that, this object, the 5-pound object, it's going to have half the amount of force than the 10-pound object. In other words, the 10-pound object is going to need to be forced, or have twice the amount of pressure on it to accelerate it at the same rate as the 5-pound. And the 20-pound was going to have twice the amount of force than the 10-pound one did. which means that the 20-pound ball will have to have 4 times more force pressing it than the 5-pound in order to accelerate them down at the same rate. That's retarded.